Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave. My name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
And today we are doing something we've never done before, but I think we're going to try to do it every single time there's a new set. We are doing the first ever Mana Cave Post Pre-Release Showdown.
I love that name.
Yes.
So, I love this idea, actually, too.
Those of you who know Magic or watch Magic gameplay videos are probably familiar with Loading Ready Runs pre-release. Which is put on by them and Wizards, and they do an amazing job. You and I, that's one of the ones that you and I watch pretty much every single time it's happening, right? Or for me, a lot of times, once it's released on YouTube.
I'm not a Twitcher, so I wait for
YouTube. Yeah, who watches YouTube anymore?
I love how it's like a 6 or 8 hour video, though. It's so hard to click through. But.
That's the other thing is because they release it all in one giant video, which is amazing. So, but I've decided to do something a little bit different, sponsored by me. I went out and got a couple of pre-release packs. And I did it right after the pre-release. So I made sure that everyone who wanted to actually go to a pre-release would have a pack there. And then afterwards, when they had extras, I bought a couple, passed one on to Travis. He built a deck.
Yep.
I built a deck. There will be the deck lists for both of these decks in the description below, or links to the deck list, most likely.
The main list, because the thing about a pre-release kit is your entire kit is your sideboard.
Yeah. So,
I thought of like sideboarding an entire different deck, because I've done that in a pre-release once or twice, and it's actually worked once or twice.
Yeah, if this doesn't go the way I think it is, there's an entire chance it may be a different color come or at least one other color come the second second game of this match. Now, this is a best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Travis, without giving too much away, what was the name of your deck? You gave your deck a name.
Well, it gives it away. My deck's name, what did I call it? Oh, it's Trouble on Esper Island. I'm thinking of Trouble on Dookie Island from Lonely Island.
So it's an Izzet deck.
No, it's Esper.
Oh,
it is Esper.
Oh, okay.
The trouble is, if you're a fan of the channel, you know Travis does not play a lot of Esper, so it's not really, it's not really what I'm used to kind of playing, what I'm really comfortable playing. But you got to go with the pre-release kit with what you kind of see, and what I saw were decent commons and uncommons in that kind of a color scheme.
And that's why I like sealed events like this, because it sometimes forces you to go in other colors. I mean, you can force a color if you want to, or force color combo if you want to, but a lot of the time it is dictated by whatever's in
or
the... Or
force that one rare if you want to, which is never a good idea.
So my deck, I called it, I Can't Believe It's Not Golgari, because it's a Selesnya deck. Really looked like through most of it, right up until I finally, the last part where I'm trying to put the deck together, it looked like this was going to be a Golgari deck. And I just couldn't get it to work. Not the way I wanted to. So I ended up going with Selesnya. I think we both talked about this before. Neither of us, don't want to spoil anything, but the deck lists are available anyways. Neither of us opened up any bombs. None of the God Eternals, none of the sort of like the crazy mythics that when they hit, it's just game over pretty much.
No Boros Feather.
But which is the one you really want to get. But I really wanted Niv Mizzet. And I said if I open it, I'd play 5 colors. So I'm kind of happy I didn't get it, but whatever. But we both ended up with, we think, decent decks.
Yeah.
Not crazy decks, but decent decks, which is probably good that we both seem to have done that, because it should create a better match, I hope.
It's hard for me to really gauge my power level, because I'm not, again, familiar. I know what the cards are, I know what they do for the most part, but the strategy, the way to play it, it's just not as familiar. So I'm thinking I can do good with this deck.
Yeah. I think you can do good with that deck too, Travis.
Thanks, man. I need that.
No problem. Now, we both drew our opening hands already.
Yeah.
I had a mulligan down to 6. You did not mulligan, correct?
I didn't mulligan.
I did mulligan down to 6, right? 1, 2, 3. It was so long ago. Okay, I did mulligan down to 6. We haven't rolled to see who goes first, though.
No.
So it's not Golgari. I was going to grab... There we go. So
I'm not going to roll 3 dice, but I will just...
Can you beat a 3?
I can beat one with a 5.
Barely beat it. So you get to show first, and you're going to go first. I will bow my head.
By the way, I'm pretty sure the colors I'm talking about are Esper. There is my opening hand. I think it's okay, but it's not flashy, but it's nothing I'm willing to throw away to hope to get something better, and one less of something better. So down it goes. I have no scry to show you. I passed the not turn to Ed.
So this, for a 6-card opening hand, I don't think this is bad. Stuff could be done with it, so I'm kind of happy about that. And remember as well, too, I do get to scry, so let's do that right now and see what we're going to do. That is the top card of my library, and I may kick myself for this. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Yep, I did that. So that's what I did. Travis, you may raise your head up high, sir. And you may begin.
So I'm going to begin just with just a swamp.
Okay.
Consecrator Swamp. Pass 2.
Okay, so I get to draw.
Yep.
I will.
Regret bottoming that other card?
No. I'm going to play Forest. And I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Not that arboreal guy, or
the Boreal Grazer?
Yeah, not that guy.
No, but he is in this deck.
Okay.
I would have played him for sure.
Plains.
Okay.
And I'll pass back to you.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, that it's sealed, so you know, it's who knows what you're gonna get.
I'm gonna play. Oops. I'm gonna play a Plains, and I'm gonna cast tap 2, including 1 green, and cast the Snare Spinner. So it's a 1/3 spider. It's got reach. Whenever Snare Spinner blocks a creature with flying, it gets +2/+0 until the end of turn, so it becomes a 3/3 temporarily. Pass the turn to you.
Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play another swamp.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do the old let's take a turn off. Tapping for 3 for an artifact called a Mana Geode. So when it enters the battlefield, scry 1, and I can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. So at this point at least, my color is fixed. And I'm going to scry. You should look. Just look down.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a tough call. I think I actually will keep that one. I'm going to bottom that one. I'll keep it on top. I kept it on top. I kept it on top.
Okay.
Whether I was smart or not, I
okay.
kept it on top. So it's 3 mana. Can't tap that for anything right now, so I passed 2.
Alrighty, back to me. Draw. I will. Interesting. I'm going to play an Emergence Zone, so I can tap it for colorless. I always had the worst time saying that word. Or I can also pay 1, tap it, sacrifice it, and then I may cast spells this turn as though they had flash.
I did get one of those in my pool. I chose not to put it in this deck because 3 colors.
Yeah, 3 colors is difficult. With this one, I get a little bit more flexibility because I'm only playing 2. So I'm going to tap all 3, and I'm going to bring out, I love the name of this card, the Iron Bully. It's a 1/1 golem with menace, and when it enters the battlefield, I can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I'm going to actually put that on the spider. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
And I'm going to swing in with my now 2/4 spider.
So I do not block, so I drop to 18.
Nice.
Clickety.
Pass the turn to you now, sir.
Artifacts, not good at blocking. Traditionally. So there's that mystery card that I drew. Yeah, I'm going to do this, which is not that.
Okay.
Tap that for blue, tap a white, and tap 2 of anything else. For the Elite Guard Mage. It's a 2/3 flyer, which does not bode well with your guy. However, when he enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life and I draw a card.
Oh,
so
nice.
Jump up to 21. Well, that's clicking there. I took the long way around that one. And I draw a card. That's hilarious. I was past you this one.
Okay.
So it's when it blocks or when it...
Whenever it blocks, a
Blocks,
creature with flying.
Okay.
But only a creature with flying. Okay, so then I'm going to draw. I will play a forest. Okay, so this might seem weird, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to pay 2, including white and whatever. And I'm going to cast Ugin's Conjurant. So it enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. If damage would be dealt to Ugin's Conjurant while it has a +1/+1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many +1/+1 counters from the Conjurant. So it's going to come in as a 2/2. And then I'm going to tap 2 green and cast Pollen Bright Druid. So it's a 1/1 Elf Druid, and when it enters the battlefield, I can choose one, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or proliferate. I'm going to choose to proliferate instead.
Okay. So
the Snare Spinner is now going to be a 3/5, and then the Conjurant is now going to be a 3/3.
That's pretty solid.
I'm going to move to combat now.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the Iron Bully, which has Menace. And I'm going to swing in with the Snare Spinner, which is now a 3/5.
Okay. I'm not going to block the 3/5 at this point.
Okay.
So I'm looking at taking 4.
4 in total, yeah.
4, yeah, okay. So drop down to 17.
I will now pass the turn to you.
Swamp. Well, what I think I'm going to do.
Okay.
Tapping for 1, 2, and 3, one of it being black.
Okay.
Casting the Spark Reaver, just a 2/3 zombie. But I can pay 3, sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, gain a life, and draw a card.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tap black and anything for the Lazotep Reaver. So when it enters the battlefield, amass 1.
Ooh, nice.
So we're going to amass here.
Now, do you have an amass token?
I do.
You do have an amass token.
So I amass 1. So he's a 1/1.
Now, between the two of us, we now have all 3 versions of the amass token. So that's the very first one, and I've got 2 of the other ones here in case you want to upgrade it a little later on to something else.
So I'm not going to be blocking that thing.
Okay.
That thing doesn't have flying.
No.
So I might as well get back in this. Because, I mean, I can, in theory, block that thing.
Yeah, the bully, yeah.
And I'm not going to be blocking that thing either. So, yeah, I'm going to go to combat.
Sure.
Swing for 2 in the air.
Okay. I will take 2, and I go down to 18.
And pass back to you.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the 3/5. And I'm going to swing in with the 3/3.
Okay. At this point, I'm not going to block.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to take 6.
I'm going to take 6 down to 9.
Okay. Then I'm going...
Oh, wait, 6 down to 11, pardon me.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to then tap a white and one of whatever, and I'm going to cast Martyr for the Cause. It's just a 2/2 human soldier, but when it dies, I can proliferate. So...
Solid.
Have we mentioned
Proliferate this game?
I can't even say it, never mind mention it. Proliferate is choose any number of permanents and or players, then give each another counter of each kind already there. So I can even target your army if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
No.
And that includes +1/+1 counters, loyalty counters, and if we had counters on us. Okay, so I'll pass the turn now to you, sir.
Untap. Draw. That might change things. There's like slightly complicated math here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap for 4.
Okay.
To play a Planeswalker and Grath, Captain of Chaos. Creatures I control have menace.
Yeah.
So he entered with 5 loyalty walkers. There's a new one.
5 loyalty walkers, really?
Deploy all the mass and down to I'm not having a stroke. I'm good here. Down them to 3, and I'm going to mass 2. So I don't get to choose. I have to put 2 counters
now,
on this guy.
We'll upgrade your guy, because I think at the pre-release they said when it gets to 3, you have to go to the next one.
Yeah, just makes sense.
Yeah.
So now there's a 3/3 with menace.
Yes.
They all have menace.
They all have menace down here.
I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
Just those 2. So the flyer you couldn't block anyway, and the 3/3 zombie army.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... they all have menace. So I'm going to put the druid and the martyr... Actually, you know what? I'm going to just go full tilt boogie and put all 3 of these. So it's a total power and toughness of 4 in front of your 3/3 zombie army.
Cool. I'm going to order the damage 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
So the middle guy, nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
Alrighty. So I take 2, correct?
Yep.
Down to 16. Martyr dies. Iron Bully dies.
Yep.
Holland Bright Druid lives. When the Martyr dies, I get to proliferate. So these are going to go up. This one goes up to a 4/4. This one is now going to be a 4/6. Okay.
Pretty much tapped out, so I pass back to you.
Alrighty, and you've got 2 blockers now. Now, neither of them have Death Touch or anything, right? So
No.
it's when...
I can sacrifice to draw, and he just does
He just
a
amasses
ETB.
when he comes in? Okay.
Yeah. ETB amass, that's all he does.
Okay, so I draw. I'm going to play Plains. And that's when you sacrifice, you can draw a card, but it costs you 3 to sacrifice, right?
Yeah. It's good, but it's still kind of harsh.
I'm going to pay 2 white, and then 2 of whatever. And I'm going to bring out Nahiri, Storm of Stone. So she's a 6 loyalty planeswalker. It's for 2 and a hybrid of either red or white. As long as it's your turn, creatures you control have first strike, and equip abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. Her minus X ability is she deals X damage to target tapped creature.
Ouch.
So what I'm going to do is she had 6. I'm going to -3 her right off the bat to deal 3 damage to your flyer.
My flyer's dead. In the bin, as they say.
I'm then going to move to combat.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in. Now, so you'd have to swing on both technically in order to do that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to swing in with the 4/4, and I'm going to swing in with the 4/6. And they both have first strike.
Or at me or Angrath?
I'm going to. That is an excellent question, by the way, and you should always specify. I mean, that I'd be looking at 8 damage to someone who's at 11, and I'm not super worried about Angrath, but this is going to go for Angrath. This is going to go for you.
Okay. So, I need to block. Not great, but I need to. So I will, neither are in any position really. A 4/4 and a 3...
4/6.
4/6, yeah. So now they're going to live. So I might as well, unfortunately, let Angrath take it all, and I will block the 4 guy there.
Okay. That's the way I did it, right? Yeah. So basically,
yeah. You crisscrossed.
I can't remember which one. Yeah, I can't remember which one I said, but yeah, whichever one. So they're both going to do 4 damage, right? Yeah. Okay. So Angrath is going to die. That is going to die on first strike damage, and then you're going to take 4. Oh no, no, sorry, you're blocking the one that's not. So Angrath is going to die.
Angrath is going to die.
The other one is going to die due to first strike damage,
yeah.
and then you're going to take absolutely no damage whatsoever.
I lost 1 significant permanent.
Okay, I did not mean to confuse anyone there. Anyways, I will pass the turn now to you.
Oh, this is not looking great. I need to.
And that doesn't have menace anymore, which is good for me.
It's not what I needed to hit. Dang it. Pretty far off of doing that. If I play that, well, at least it gets me 2 blockers. So I'm going to tap for 1, 2, and a blue.
Okay.
To cast Cura.
Oh.
Behemoth Beckoner.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of cheating, much like you did. Again, when you're used to playing a lot of Commander, cheating is basically, I'm not having a Simic deck, but I'm playing a Simic card.
Yeah. I love these hybrid cards for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in Sealed Pool. So Cure is a 7 loyalty planeswalker, and whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under my control, I draw a card. I can -1 her to untap target permanent. I'm going to just tap 2 black to cast another Lazotep Reaver, amassing 1 more.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that is your zombie army token, so we shouldn't forget that. But I'll get my 1.
Her loyalty is 7.
7. And ping. I don't have any 1 mana costed things, so no point in really untapping a permanent. I could swing at Nahiri with this guy, forcing you to kind of throw your 1 guy under the bus, which is not nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can just destroy any tapped creature. So. I don't like it, but I'm going to pass to you.
Okay.
I don't like just putting the entire game in your plan, but so Nahiri is a 7 loyalty planeswalker.
Okay, so I can do this pre-combat, and you'll know why in just a second. I'm going to tap for 1 white, and then 3 of whatever, to bring out Luxodon Sergeant. So it's a 3/3 elephant soldier. It's got vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control gain vigilance until the end of turn. Ouch. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to attacks.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with these 2, but I'm going to target you and not Kyora.
Okay. So I'm going to just throw the 2 guys under the bus.
Okay. First strike damage. So my guy doesn't take any damage. Just so folks know, because of Nahiri, Ugin's Conjure does have first strike, so it's not taking anything right now as far as damage goes. And that's my turn, and I'm going to pass it to you now, sir.
And I'm going to draw an island here. Just you wait and see. No, that's not an island. That is something. No.
But can't this tap for blue?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's about to.
Okay.
It's not tapping for the blue. That's a long story. So okay. I tap that for blue. Drop her to 6. to untap that.
Use the untap permanent ability.
Tap for another blue.
It's a great
Yeah.
like versatility of that card and its ability.
So we got 2 blue, 1 black, and 2 of anything.
Okay.
I'm going to cast the sorcery, Enter the God Eternals. Now, I didn't draw God Eternal.
Oh.
I mean, this is good, but it still is not... Like,
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going to help me out here a lot.
Yeah.
So let's just... there's lots of modes here, but they're not really modes. They all happen.
Yeah.
So Enter the God Eternals deals 4 damage to target creature. So I'm going to go ahead and do the one that I actually can destroy.
Yep.
I mean, the Luxodon kind of has done its thing.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I can remove all the counters and remove the damage, but then it's a 0/0 anyway, so it hits the bin. Okay.
I gain life equal to the loss, so I go up to 15, which is not insignificant at this point either.
No.
Gain life. Target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into the graveyard.
Okay, so that's me.
That's you.
Okay, so Forest, Plains, Forest, and Awakening the Vitu-Ghazi. Instant, put 9 +1/+1 counters on target land you control. It becomes a legendary 0/0 elemental creature with haste named Vitu-Ghazi. It's still a land. I could have cast that next turn. Okay.
That's a good card.
It is. It really is, yeah. And now it's in the bin.
I amass 4.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of zombies there. Now, it would be nice to have a few guys over, because then this suddenly would have been like maybe a 6/6 that can attack. That's the one advantage of amass versus general going wide with tokens.
Yeah.
Is that you can take a 1/1, and next turn you can amass 4, and suddenly you have a 5/5 that can attack. Whereas if you made 5 1/1s, they'd have summoning sickness kind of thing. So that is the only advantage to that. So Enter the God Eternals will hit the bin, and am I suicidal and wanting to attack? Because I still have to defend against something bigger than me.
Yeah, because this is 4/6 right now. So
yeah, I really wanted to hit that, but right away. So this slowed me down for the need for double blue.
Yeah,
and that got too big for me to do 4 damage to it.
Yeah,
so,
which is great for me.
Yeah,
so that's a great spell. That's a great spell.
Yeah, that is one of the ones I was hoping that might actually be a bomb and they would turn the game. It has
it made an impact. It definitely made an impact. I mean, even just the fact that you binned my Awakening.
Yeah. So I am just going to pass to you.
Okay. I'm so sad to see that Awakening go. That's the closest thing I think I have to like a bomb card in this deck. So draw. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to tap for 3. No, I don't want to do it that way. I want to tap for green, white, and then 1 of whatever. And I'm going to play Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. So she's a 4 loyalty planeswalker. Her static ability is you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. Her +1 is until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. Her -2 is look at the top 3 cards in your library. Exile 1 face down and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as it remains exiled, you may look at that card and you may cast it if it's a creature card. So now what I want to do with her is I'm going to -2 her actually. I'm going to -2 her down to 2. And I'm going to look at the top 3 cards in my library, exile 1 face down, and put the rest in the bottom of my library. So 2, 3. I will exile this one, and I'll put these 2 on the bottom of my library. In any order? In any order. Okay. So that's the order I'm going to put in. Sorry.
That's the order?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Sorry. Just in case I get all the way down there, there's one I want to get to first. This one is in exile. And now I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with the Snare Spinner for 4, and I'm going to attack you, not Kyora.
Okay. Painfully, I am just going to...
Okay, so first strike damage, and then, yeah. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. I'm going to untap. Let's do this properly. Draw. I hit a swamp. I mean, that's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need the land, it is.
No. Kind of need the land. Tapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
I'm going to cast another Planeswalker.
Oh.
Kaya, Bane of the Dead.
Oh, that was your promo.
That was my
nice
promo Planeswalker, yeah. So she says 7 loyalty Planeswalkers. My opponents and permanents they control with hexproof can be the target of spells and abilities. As well, they didn't have hexproof. I can -3 her and exile target creature.
Yeah.
So she starts at 7, so I'm instantly going to -3 down to 4.
Now, is target permanent target creature?
Exile target creature.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to
I
actually
can guess which one you're going for?
Yeah, the big dude who keeps kicking
The
my butt.
spinner. The spinner, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I really want to attack because then I can untap it.
Yeah.
But then I leave my planeswalkers, both of them, completely open. So I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
Okay.
Without attacking. It just kills me.
Okay, so before on your end step, sorry, I'm going to tap 1 green, and I'm going to cast with flash because I may cast creature spells as though they had flash. And this is the one that was in exile. A Boreal Grazer. So for 1, it's a 0/3. It's got reach, and when it enters the battlefield, I'm going to put a land card from my hand into the battlefield tapped. I don't have a land card in my hand. Okay,
I like that guy. The question is that guy better than Llanowar Elves? And there's arguments to be made.
You can make some arguments. You could.
Which right off the bat should, in fact, there's an argument to be made instead of just a what? It means it's probably a pretty powerful card.
Man. I'm going to...
Ironically, the problem is it doesn't have Defender, which does make it great in the Arcades deck.
This has already got Vigilance. This is a 0, so weirdly enough, I'm going to have to +1 her. And then to the end of turn, this creature is going to have until your next turn. So until my next turn, this is now going to have Vigilance and Reach. And I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing in both of these. I'm going to go for a Kyora because I need to do something with her.
Okay, so I will block the 3/3.
Okay, I'm going to tap 2, including 1 white, and I'm going to cast Divine Arrow. It deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Now, you've blocked anyways, so this damage is not going to go through, but I needed that to happen before I could cast it.
Yeah, that's the one downside to that thing is that you have to wait for the block to happen. You can't do it. I love doing stuff pre-combat, like get a blocker out of the way and just go forth. But
yeah. Oh, the other thing, you know what? The Snare Spinner is exiled. It's not.
It is exiled.
Yeah, it's
exiled.
not. It's not destroyed. Okay.
So 4 damage to my zombie army, who did still do his block. You did your job.
1 damage bleeds through, but that still leaves her with 3.
Yeah.
And that is going to be my turn, so I'm going to pass it to you.
That's a card I really hope I top deck here.
Oh man,
that wasn't it. But that's a good card actually. It'll get better too, because I can do 2 things here. Well, first let's just see how this turns out.
Okay.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Uh-oh. It's a lot of mana.
Let's see if I want to tap this properly. You know what? I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because that leaves me that as an option.
Okay.
To cast the Lazatep Behemoth.
Ugh.
It's a 5/4 zombie hippo for 5 mana. Now, on Ed's show here, we don't normally read off flavor text.
Go for it.
But this one is awesome. I know I should be more concerned, but a big blue zombie potamus from beyond the stars? This is what they're invading us with? Because
who said that?
Melivia Boros Legionnaire.
Okay, I have no idea who that is, but
yeah, this is kind of silly. Like, yeah, I mean, really, a zombie hippo? But
to be fair, I would be terrified if that thing was coming towards me.
Yeah, I'd be terrified if I stood this close to a regular hippo and its mouth, its teeth are twigs.
They're killers as well too. They're not gentle. I mean, they could be, I'm sure, but so could like a tiger be gentle, I guess, to a certain degree.
And this was in a Mexican zoo, and the padlock. And the padlock. You know the regular padlocks? And there's those really skinny padlocks with the small metal? That was the padlock on this thing. And all he cared about was his carrot. And I'm like, It was pretty intense, man. I had my daughter too, so I'm like, Anyhow, okay. 5/4 zombie hippo.
Yeah.
That has hit the board.
Nice.
Cure is actually going to draw me a card, though.
Yes, that's right too. Yeah, I forgot about her static ability completely.
Why I kind of did that at that point.
It's nice.
That actually draws me planes.
Oh, excellent. So now you got another land.
I got another land.
Still no island though. But you don't. No. You haven't needed it really with the geode. So
yeah. Okay. So I'm going to tap 1 to play the Law Rune Enforcer. It is a 1/2 human soldier for 1 mana. I can pay 1 of any color and tap it. Tap target creature with converted mana cost 2 or greater.
Yeah, I have one of those in this deck as well too. It's a good card.
It is.
Yeah.
It's 1 mana. It's a 1/2. Like it's all upside.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's strictly better Thraben Inspector, but it's it's there. Now, if I was hoping to draw into a different card. I think I got to do Kiyora's thing here because she's going to take it. She's going to take it next turn anyway.
Yeah.
So I am going to -3 her to deal to exile target creature.
Okay, that makes sense. So she goes to the bin. So does my sergeant. I'm left with a 0/3 and a 1/1. So the tide is turned.
It's turning. It's going to be a long video if you did. I haven't activated Kiora yet.
Yeah.
I guess I will simply plus her or minus her down to 5 to untap. Let's just say this Plains that came out because it's got the proper
set symbol.
Yep, and I'll pass to you.
Okay, on your end step, I'm going to tap 3, including 1 white, and I'm going to take advantage of Vivian's static ability and flash out Rising Populace. It's a 2/2 human, and whenever a creature or planeswalker you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Rising Populace. Now, I would have done that with the Luxodon before the Luxodon left, but it was exiled, not destroyed, so it wouldn't matter. Okay, so now it's my turn, so untap. Alrighty, I'm going to pay... no, you know what? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to minus... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to pay 3 and bring out Mana Geode. So we saw it with yours. I get to scry 1.
Strictly better Manolith.
I'm going to put that on the bottom. Then I'm going to -2 Vivian. To look at the top 3 cards in my library. Put this one into exile, and I'm going to put these 2 on the bottom of my library in that specific order. You've got nothing tapped, so Nahiri's not doing a whole lot. I will then pass the turn to you.
Okay.
That's the card in exile. It's not in my hand.
Again, not what I really wanted to draw, but I'll pay 3.
Okay.
For the Spark Reaver.
Seen him before?
Seen him before. Feels wrong to not use my hippo.
It's up to you. It's 100% up to you.
Yeah. I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
Now, am I attacking you or am I attacking one of your many planeswalkers? You know what? At this point, I'm going to attack you because I can untap that to save it anyway.
Okay.
So I'm attacking you.
I will put the Pollen Bright Druid in front of it.
Okay.
Damage.
Druid
dies. When the Druid dies, Rising Populace gains a +1/+1 counter.
Okay. After combat, I'm going to drop her to 4
Mm-hmm.
to untap my hippo.
Yeah. If you guys watched the Planeswalker deck showdown we did, that's something I used Kyora for, was swinging in with one of my biggest attackers and then untapping it so that it's up as a blocker as well, too. So it also prevents you from,
It's honestly more of that. I don't care about blocking, man. Do I want to tap down one of your other guys now anyway? Do I? Now he's a 3/3.
Yeah.
Well, I can also wait till...
Now it's 2 power or 2 or higher power, right?
It's converted mana cost.
Oh, converted mana cost at 2 or higher. That's right, too. So
I couldn't do either of those things, but I can do that one. Yeah. Actually, I can do that guy.
Yeah, you could.
2 or higher.
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
Could have done that. I'm just going to pass to you, though.
Pass to me? Okay, yeah. I'm just going to untap. No flashing shenanigans this time. Okay, I'm going to just play this Plains. And I'm going to tap for 4. And I'm going to flash out. I'm going to play the creature in exile. So it's Centaur Nurturer. It's a 2/4. And when it enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life. So I'm up to 19.
Oh. This is still the first game.
I can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. That's what I mean when neither of these decks have bombs and they're just sort of solid decks. It's an interesting game. Man, the editing is going to take a while. I'm going to +1 her to 2.
Must be nice to plus your Planeswalker.
To give Might as well give Rising Populace Vigilance because it's the only one that can really attack right now. It's not going to, but it could if I wanted to. And I'm just going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Now I'm going to start drawing islands. Untap. Draw. Well, it's not an island, but it's something I do want to cast. Okay. I'm going to tap 2 black.
Okay.
It's Quiz Ed. What can you cast for 2 black at sorcery speed?
I don't know. A lot. A whole lot.
Elder Spell.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
The
Do you
Elder
really
Spell.
have that? That's insane.
It's not like it's conditional. Actually, I really thought about not putting it in this deck, obviously, because
It's
what if
still
you're not
really,
playing?
it's good
right
in this
now.
format. Trust me, because
Yeah.
I've played this in Sealed before, and it can be ridiculous because of this.
Yeah. So destroy any number of target planeswalkers. Choose a planeswalker you control. God, I wish I had
I know.
Kaya's still around. I kept waiting for it. Put 2 loyalty counters on it for each planeswalker destroyed this way.
Okay, so these are both getting destroyed, I'm assuming, right?
And
Okay.
I'm going to put 4 on because 2 for each.
Yeah.
So she can go back up to 8.
Okay, do you need a bigger die or you got it?
No.
Okay, so these planeswalkers both go to the bin. Rising Populace, I gain 2 more +1/+1 counters because they're both dead. Now it's destroyed, not exiled, right?
It is destroy any number of targets.
Okay, so they are up to 5/5.
5/5. Okay.
Oh man, that was a swing. Any other format, that spell would never get played because how often you run into a planeswalker? In this format, it's crazy good.
I'm kind of hoping that becomes a bit of a money card so I can trade in for something I really want. But I think it might have a chance because there is going to be, I think, a lot of planeswalkers in this new meta, the new standard coming forth. You know,
I'm excited for this new standard coming out.
I am going to tap 1. Oh, I didn't tap it. Just tap 1. And tap this to tap down that guy.
Rising Populace. Okay, makes sense.
Right, the Populace is tapped down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a 2/4
Mm-hmm. And a 0/3.
and 0/3. No point even bothering to attack with that because you'll just block there with that and jump with that. In theory. In theory. Ironically, now that I think about it, before combat, I should have tapped down 2, but whatever. I can also untap. Then I couldn't undo this, so I can. I'm going to attack there.
Okay.
Just
You're gonna attack me, right?
as opposed to the planeswalkers you control. Boom.
You know what? I'm gonna put the Grazer in front of it.
Okay.
So damage goes through. Grazer dies. This goes up 1.
Post combat, I am going to down -1 her 7 to untap. Untap there.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm just going to pass it to you.
My turn? Okay. Okay, this is actually not bad for me right now. I'm gonna tap for a green and 1 of whatever. I'm gonna cast sorcery.
Did you put another counter from that thing?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it's a 6/6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Bond of Flourishing. So for 1 of green, look at the top 3 cards of your library. I may reveal a permanent card from among them and put it into my hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order, and I gain 3 life. So now it's reveal. Oh no! Look at the top 3, and then I may reveal a permanent card. This game is going to go on.
Oh, you're not going to gain more life,
Ever. No, I'm going to reveal Law Ruin Enforcer.
Oh,
and I'm going to put these 2 on the bottom of my library in any order. I'm going to put them in that order. Not that it's really probably... Well, I'm putting a lot on the bottom of my library, so it may actually matter. I may actually get to the cards that I was... I know I have a ton of land on the bottom of my library right now, or near the bottom of my library. So this is going to go into my hand. I'm going to pay 1 white. I'm going to bring that out. I don't have time to sort of mess around. So...
what do you mean you have time? You just play a tap down.
Well, I do now, right? But and part of me actually, now that you've got like this going on, part of me wants to go after Kyora. Now you do have a 3/2 or 2/3. Do I want to waste time with Kyora? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to move to combat, and both of these are going to swing in on Kyora.
Both of those? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a 2/4 and a
6/6.
Okay. I'm tap that for blue. I'm going to tap the plains for one of anything.
Okay.
I'm going to cast instant called Lazotep Plating. Amass 1,
Oh, okay.
essentially.
This is not what I thought it was, so I was like, no, that's...
You and permanents you control gain hexproof during the turn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like it gains protection with color or anything like that. But that doesn't really matter that much.
But it creates
either.
a chumper, right?
Creates a chumper. Now, if I had one more mana, I could have chumped and then before damage sacrificed it. But I do not. So I'm going to block the 2/4 with my 5/4, and I'm going to chump.
You know what? I completely forgot about your 5/4. But okay. Oh God. I was like, you attacked with it. It's not in the... Yeah, but no. Okay. Yeah. So then this dies because I'm a fool.
I lose my amassed token.
Okay. I completely forgot about your 5/4. I can't believe I forgot about your 5/4.
It's a hippo, dude. How do you forget about zombie hippo?
I know, it's crazy.
I've read the flavor text.
If anything was going to remind me, it should have been a flavor text. I'll pass the turn to you now.
Okay. Untap. Top deck, and we know I haven't drawn a...
Oh, because that died, this actually gets another counter on it as well, too. Sorry, I forgot about that.
There's that.
We're both in top deck mode?
Yeah.
Awesome. Top deck magic, best magic.
Okay. I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing with...
Both?
Am I going to swing with both? Because after I'm going to... I could tap down that. I could save this, but then you could go to tap that, and then I could respond by tapping that and let that...
I can't tap this yet, because remember,
I know.
It has got 78 seconds.
And we're going next turn, the double tapping shenanigans really start going on.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to attack you with both of those dudes.
Okay, so I'm going to go down to 12.
Okay. Then I will minus cure down to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Untap the hippo.
Okay.
I too am hellbent. I played a plains.
No.
I probably should have kept the plains in hands, but sometimes you never know when you might need one more mana.
You never know.
So I pass to you.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. Because I think I'm running out of cards in this deck. This really only solves one of my problems right now. But, so do I do that or do I do the other thing? God, I think I may actually have to do the other thing.
I will laugh if you target my hippo. I blew my Lazarus plating for a 1/1 jumper. But...
I'm gonna pay 1 green and 2 white. Wow, I can't. I'm just in. I can't believe I'm gonna do this.
I'm just glad I got to play my 2 big bombs. My Elder Spell. Enter the God Pharaohs. I feel like I'm Nicol Bolas, but I'm not.
I'm gonna move to combat. So if you want to do anything, now's the time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll attempt to tap down.
That down. Okay. And then combat is done. Second main phase. I'm just going to pass the turn to you.
Okay, I'm going to untap. So, I mean, if I, in theory, tap down your tapper, I can attack. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Okay, so you're going to pay 1 to tap.
To tap down that guy. To target him, anyway.
Okay.
No, I can't. I cannot. He is not converted mana cost 2 or greater.
Oh, that's right, too.
Look at, we're crazy here. I don't know what's going on.
That's right. I'm so glad you caught that, because that would definitely been stuff. People were already writing comments, right, in the comment section. So you can't do that. Stop, please. So good. Okay, I'm glad you caught that, because I wasn't on the ball.
So I guess I'm going to tap 3.
Okay.
To Obnixious Cruelty, giving him -5/-5.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do while that's on the stack is I'm going to tap for 3, including 1 green. I'm going to cast Band Together. Up to 2 target creatures I control each deal damage equal to their power to another target creature. So this is going to seem weird, but I'm actually going to target that. So then this resolves.
Okay.
Okay. Then this is back on the stack. Still in response to this, I'm tapping 1 white, tapping this to tap down your Hippo.
Okay. Hippo's tapped out.
Then this exiled, so I don't get the extra counter for Rising Populace.
That Populace has risen so much so that I would love to abuse that on that, but I cannot.
Oh.
Crap.
What's wrong? Oh.
I've been thinking about this whole time.
Oh.
I could have used my Spark Reaver.
Why don't you sack the Hippo right now?
1 second.
And just take,
Okay, I will then drop Cure down to 5. This is all still pre-combat to untap my Hippo.
Did you do this, or did you just grab your heading?
I banged it a good fair bit there.
You went full Rain Man on us there for a second.
Because I could have totally...
Okay.
So he's untapped, and I'm going to swing in to go for combat.
Okay, I can't do anything because I've got nothing up anymore. So I'm going to be taking 5, correct?
5.
Okay, so I'm down to 7.
Past you, sir.
This is crazy.
Why didn't I
top
attack
deck
with both?
magic.
In hindsight, I could attack with both there.
And I'm not winning the race, right? So it's, well. Now, can that sacrifice itself? Or sacrifice a creature?
A creature or planeswalker, you gain 1 life and draw a card.
You know what?
So yeah, it doesn't say other, so it can sacrifice itself.
I can get rid of Kyora as well, too. Not that that's a huge deal right now. Or at least not anymore now that the tapper is off the board. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay, I'm not doing anything on the end step.
Okay.
Playing an island.
Okay.
Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to do stuff.
Do stuff.
Smart, dumb, stuff's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
I'm going to tap this to add 1 blue. We'll say blue.
Okay.
I'm going to drop her down to 4 to untap that.
Okay.
I'm going to spend that 1 blue and 2 others to sacrifice a planeswalker, creature or planeswalker, and draw a card.
Yeah.
Then,
would you lose 1 life?
No, I gain a life.
You gain a life as well, too. Holy cow. Okay.
So, I mean, again, she was doing work. You can't deny it. But I
think her work is done, essentially, right? So
yeah. Well, this kind of
And you gained your life. You're now up to 16.
I gained my life. Tapping, because I spent that 1 mana plus the other 2. Yep. Tapping a black and white for the Cruel Celebrant.
Okay.
So 1/2. So whenever Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life.
Okay.
Okay. So, do I want to sacrifice her? No, I'm just going to pass to you at this point, because everything at this point, yeah.
Okay. On your end step, I'm tapping the Geode for 1. I'm going to pay 1 and tap this to sacrifice it, so I may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. I'm then going to tap for 5. No, it's nothing huge. 5, including 1 white, and I'm bringing out the Enforcer Griffin. So it is a 3/4 flying Griffin. So now I could have done that on the beginning of my turn, but I didn't know what you were going to get in hand, and I wanted to be able to get this out, outside of the main phases. Okay, so now it's my turn. I untapped. I draw. Move to combat. Swing in with the Enforcer Griffin.
No flying blockers. I drop down to 13.
Pass the turn to you.
All right. On your end step.
My end step.
Do I want to use my mana wisely? I have a lot of mana. Maybe I'll just wait to see what I draw.
It's up to you.
Maybe I'm just going to take my turn.
Okay.
Untap. God, I wish I could sacrifice that thing. All right. So, pre-combat, I am actually going to tap 1, 2, 3 to sacrifice that thing.
Okay, so I lose 1 life and you gain 1 life, correct?
Yep, I go up to 14.
I'm down to 6.
So I'm going to gain another life and draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to 15 now and draw a card.
So you're no longer in the land of top decking.
No, but I'm landed getting all my islands now.
Man, the thing is, I know I put a bunch of land on the bottom of this deck, and we're reaching the bottom of the decks now.
Yeah.
So.
I also milled you for 4. Never forget that. And the thing is, I think I've gone through a lot of my removal. So I have no way to attack that. I'm going to keep taking 3 in the air.
But you've gained a bunch of life as well, too, in the meantime, right? So
yeah, I'll pass it back to you.
Back to me? Okay. Draw. Then I'll move to combat.
Okay.
Swing in with a 3/4.
You're going to win the air race, sir. Okay. So I dropped down to 12.
I'm going to tap... Oops. for 5, including 1 green, to bring out the Ward Scale Crocodile. It's a 5/3 with hexproof.
Kaya. Not Kaya. What's her name again? Kaya, yeah. Hexproof. Could get rid of that.
I know. It would that's the one card that can really mess this card over for the most part. So I'm gonna pass the turn out to you.
Untap. Draw. I knew I was never like mana screw, but I was a little bit tight for
it's gonna catch up, right? So like I said, comes a point where I know I'm drawing nothing but land because I've just been putting a bunch of it on the bottom. So
I still pass too. I just if I had 1 or 2 ways, see, you're at least top decking creatures.
Untap.
Or
Draw.
Getting creatures.
So that's 5 power and 2, so 7 in total. This is a 7/7. I'm going to pay a green and 2 of whatever, or 3 of whatever, and cast Bloom Hulk. So when it enters the battlefield, it's a 4/4, and when it enters the battlefield, it proliferate, if I can actually get the words out. So now this is an 8/8. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the Forcer Griffin and as well to the Rising Populace.
Okay. I think I'm going to have to jump and then sacrifice pre-combat or pre-damage because, I mean, the damage isn't going to do anything anyway.
Okay, so that's going to go in front of this.
Yeah.
Damage is not going to happen because it doesn't have trample.
Yeah.
And then sacrifice.
Sacrifice that to gain a life. Draw a card.
And let me know when we go through to damage.
Going through to damage.
Okay, so you're going to take 3.
I take 3. Okay. Down to 10.
Pass the turn to you.
There's no one left but himself to draw a card now. So I draw my regular card for turn. At most, I could draw 1 card if I sacrifice him. Island.
The islands especially you knew were coming up eventually, right? Because you didn't have any, but...
So I can sacrifice a creature. What am I going to... Okay, I can save him for a blocker. I'm still going to die. Well, yeah. So I might as well just see what's behind door number 1.
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice him.
Yeah, if you don't have the outs in hand, it makes the most sense, right? So... Oh no! I didn't like that reaction at all.
The hilarious thing is I tapped a lot of black. Well, it's not going to matter, but finally it's a creature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a big dude, but he's a 4/5. When he enters the battlefield, I draw a card and I lose a life.
Oh, okay.
So I go down to 8.
And he's a 4/5.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm at least going to play him because I want to play him.
Okay.
Can I? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Okay. So for nothing, for a colorless of anything, a white and a black for Dovin.
Oh, what does he do?
Ooh, spicy. Artifacts, instants, and sorcery spells your opponents cost 1 less to cast. I can -1 him until your next turn, prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by target permanent and opponent controls.
Oh, nice.
So I'm still dead, though, I think. No, I'll last 1 more turn. I'm going to target him. So he's a 5 loyalty planeswalker, and he's going to go down to only 4.
And just to clarify, they cost 1 more for me to cast, right?
Yes.
Okay.
1 more.
Nice.
Yeah. So damage is all prevented by him.
From the
I am tapped out with... I have 2 swamps in hand. I'm not going to lie at this point because I have nothing to cast with it. But I have a 4/5 and a planeswalker, and I pass 2.
But I think you actually still live.
I live for 1 more turn, though. But I might have ways to draw extra cards, and even drew a card off that dude.
Okay, so...
Like, at the very least, I got a flyer doing 3 a turn, plus a hefty board.
Well, I knew this was coming, so I'm going to put Forest down now. I'm going to move to combat. So this isn't going to deal any damage, but I can still hold him back as a blocker, right? Yeah. I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to swing in with the 5/3, the 3/4 flyer, and then the 4/4.
And live to tell about it.
Okay. So you block the crocodile.
Clock Brocken. Clock. Yeah, clock. Not Brocken. Clock. Croc blocking. Wow, okay. That's actually a lot more difficult to say than you'd think. And okay, I have finished my beer almost. So that dies. I still got my beer. No.
That dies. Rising Populace rises father. And then I'm going to
61.
Pass the turn to you.
All this mana
if you have something that burns me for 6 here, I'm going to be so mad.
No, well, I'm almost wondering if I should have kept that Cruel Celebrant around to see how much I could have
Yeah, if it was the last thing you got rid of, sort of thing.
What?
But
It's just an island.
oh,
I'm gonna make you earn it though. I'm gonna get him down to 3. That still do nothing. And if you want to cast instant sorceries or artifacts, it costs you 1 more. I pass 2.
okay. So untap, draw.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Play to planes, move to combat.
Okay.
Swing in.
Yeah, for the 1.
That was game 1, man. That was game 1.
I have 17 land in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I only have 3 more land.
But I've officially reached the stuff that I started putting on the bottom. So I'm not going to show what that stuff is, but still, I know exactly when I started putting stuff on the bottom, and I reached one of those cards.
But it was cool because I got to play pretty much every card I wanted to play. Like I wanted to play Dovin. Obviously earlier to have a little more impact, but
well, if I hadn't built up more of a board state, I mean, Dovin would have printed all you pretty much needed to stall for longer to get another answer, right? So,
well, see, again, that's the thing about this deck. If you haven't noticed by now, it's a lot of stall. There's the Tapper, there's Dovin, there's a lot of removal, but there's not a lot of like my usual Gruul or aggro kind of creature. So it's definitely outside my comfort zone, but it's neat.
But it's not dissimilar to this as well too, because I do have a lot of stall tactics here. But there's no crazy bomb. It's a bunch of bigger creatures, but you need a way to sort of get them to cut through, sort of thing like that. So I think these decks are, well, I mean, obviously based on this match, or this game, right, they're fairly evenly matched, so...
Yeah, I got Coyote, I got the Elder Spell, I got the Enter the God Eternals, I got all the spells I wanted to actually see played no matter what. I'm wondering what's even left.
Yeah, you have some nice Planeswalkers in there as well, too, so I can see why you went with that color combination. I was thinking of going 3 colors, but I just stuck with the 2, so...
He was exiled.
Oh, that's right too. So you got to make sure he's back in your deck now. So we're gonna shuffle things up, and
maybe reset your cameras. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna check the memory cards, and we'll be right back after this edit. And here we are in the second game of the post pre-release match. Travis, you had to mulligan.
I did.
So you're down to 6.
Down to 6.
Get the scry though.
Get the scry, and I do have. It wasn't a terrible 6. It was a little frustrating, but
I did not mulligan. And I think it's okay. I think it's not like crazy, but I think it's okay. So I'm going to bow my head, allow you to show, and then you can show on scry.
There's my opening hand. It has cards and stuff. I'm dying to see my scry here. So I'm going to scry that one. If it was possible to put it on the ground, I'd put it that far away from the top of my library. But I guess...
just throw it under the table.
I want it so far from the top of that library. Okay, Ed, you can look up now.
I can look up now?
Yeah,
okay.
I bought him that card.
Okay. So I'll show you guys my hand, and as you can see, it's like I said, it's not bad. It's probably not the best I could have done, but it's far from the worst. So I'm hoping it has the legs, and maybe this game won't be an hour long like the first one. But if it was fun. It was still fun. So you may look up, sir.
No matter what, I'm glad I got to play the cards that I put in there, and I was happy to put in there.
I think we got to play every single card in our deck, so
darn near. So I go first.
You go first, yes. Yeah.
I'm just going to play the swamp that we didn't see till a little while ago, and
the island.
The island.
Yeah.
And pass back to you.
Okay. I'm going to draw. Oh, as well too. We both did a little bit of mulliganing. Not mulliganing. Sideboarding.
I sideboarded 2 cards. One of them I think was pretty obvious. Lazateth plating. I just
pitched, yeah.
Because I think I'm more likely. There was that 1/4 damage to attacking blocking creature, but I think I'm more likely to run into possible combat tricks, which Lazateth plating wouldn't help me with. So
yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna play planes and pass it to you.
A lot riding on this draw. No, it's not so bad. Swamp.
Nice.
Back to you.
Back to me. I'm going to play Forest. I'm going to tap 2, and I mean, not the best time to bring him out, but Martyr for the cause. So 2/2, and he proliferates when he dies. To you, sir.
To me?
Yeah.
I have the natural Esper.
Ooh, nice way to start, because you were starving for islands last time.
I was able to make it work though. It wasn't like I was mana screwed or anything. But so now I have options. So 1 black, 2 of anything for the Spark Reaver. We saw him last time. Sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, gain life, draw a card. 2/3. Zombie.
Nice.
He's pretty good. I like him.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. And he did work for you. He did a lot of work for you. I think you got 2 copies of that there in there somewhere, don't you?
I do have 2 copies of that. Only 2 though.
I'm gonna play Forest. I'm gonna move to combat.
Non-block.
Swing it. And tap 1 for Giant Growth.
Happy to get that out of your hand.
So it becomes a 5/5, and then I'm going to tap for 2, including 1 green, and cast Bond of Flourishing, which we saw before. So look at the top 3 cards of my library. I can reveal a permanent, put it into my hand, put the rest in the bottom of my library. Oh, this is an interesting choice. I think I have to go with this one. I'm going to reveal Enforcer Griffin. Don't have the mana for it quite yet. I'm going to put these on the bottom of my library. I'm going to put them in this order. That goes to the graveyard, and I gain 3 life, so I'm up to 23.
Life gain.
And this goes in my hand. Pass the turn to you now.
Okay. Play your planes. Yeah, you know what? We're going to tap for 4. 1 blue, 1 white, 2 of anything. For Elite Guild Mage again. When it enters the battlefield, gain 3 life, draw a card.
Okay.
Go up to 23. Draw a card. And need no haste, so I'll pass 2.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to tap everything. I'll play the Emergence Zone, which we saw before. I'm going to tap for 4, including 1 white, and bring out the Luxodon Sergeant. So until the end of turn, my other creatures are vigilant, but I'm not swinging into it. It's a 3/2, right? Or 2/3. 2/3, yeah. I'm not swinging into that. I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Play a swamp. Can't block, so it's a free attack. So I'm going to combat.
Yippers.
Attacking.
Swing for 2.
Swing for 2.
Down to 21.
Okay, and then tapping for 4. 1 being black, 2, 3 being anything. For the Herald of the Dread Horde. He's a 3/2 zombie warrior. When he dies, amass 2.
Yikes.
Pass to you, sir.
Pass to me. Okay. Going to draw. I'm going to play a Plains. Yeah, I'm going to tap for 5.
That's a lot.
Which should be no surprise. Enforcer Griffin, which we saw come into my hand, so 3/4 flyer. I mean, this is Vigilance. That's a 3/2, so it's not really favorable. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Okay. Play a swamp. No. I'm all about dying. So I'm gonna just attack.
I'm not about dying, though. I don't want to die.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure I don't want to die. I mean, it's just got trick written all over it. I'm not going to block.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 5, or there's shenanigans?
No, I take 5.
Okay, so I'm down to 16.
Okay. So then I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 1 being a blue for Dovin. Hand to control. We saw him last time.
Okay.
So he comes in as a 5. It's a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I can -1 and prevent all damage that will be dealt to it by target permanent opponent controls. I'll choose him, actually.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be cruel.
Oh, no.
Tapping for 3 while you're tapped.
No, you have to
out.
-1 him for that, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So he does go down to 4. So he's pretty vulnerable. But the Luxodon is that. Tapping a black and 2 of anything. Again, it's an instant, but I might as well do it while you're tapped out.
Yeah.
To
So, Enforcer Griffin?
enforce the bird.
Okay. Now, what is his static ability again?
Artifact, instant, and sorcery spells your opponent's cast cost 1 more to cast. So if I played him earlier when you tried doing that double, where you played the Giant Growth and that spell. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty vulnerable now if you want to attack him. I passed you.
I mean, his minus ability does suck for me. But, draw. I'm going to play a forest. I'm going to move to attack.
Yep.
I'm going to attack Dovin though for 2.
Okay. So Dovin is going to go from 4 down to 2.
And I'm going to pass the turn to you, sir.
Tap.
Organize my lands so they don't look all scattered about.
Play an island. Well, pretty much no matter what, I'm looking to die if I attack, and I'm just all about the attack at this point. So, I am going to -1 him.
Okay.
Down to 1 to prevent all damage that he could do.
Okay.
Lux on again. I'm going to go to combat.
Okay. I'm going to pay 2 and cast Divine Arrow to deal 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature.
I'm sorry, how many are you going to pay?
Oh, sorry, 3. Oh, that's
that
right.
does a heck of a lot. But...
So 3. So there we go. On that one, does that go through?
That goes through? Yeah.
Okay. Yikes.
You'd be dead.
You'd be dead. And I take 3. Damage goes through, and I take 3. So I'm down to 13.
Okay. You know what? I'm just going to waste this. Tapping for 3 for Vraska's finisher.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's also a 3/2.
No, it's
Like,
it makes sense, right?
Unfortunate, but
now she doesn't have Death Touch, right? It's just that that's her ability is what again?
Why I'm wasting her is that her ability is when she enters the battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controlled that was dealt damage this turn.
Yeah.
So
she's really great if you can ping something like the planeswalker for 1, and then bring her in. So okay.
I am Hellbento. I cast you,
and I'm untapping, and I'm drawing. I'm gonna play a planes. And he's increasing the cost of everything by 1, right? Sorceries and instants and artifacts.
And artifacts, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to cast Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. So I'm going to put 9 +1/+1 counters on target land, this one, and it becomes a 0/0 legendary elemental creature with haste named Vitu-Ghazi. It's still a land. So...
Man, would Vraska's finisher have been really good to wait till that comes out.
I'll use the 12 and then find the 9. So it's 9/9 with haste.
It gets haste?
Yeah. So what? I'm going to swing in. I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to swing in with both the Martyr and the 9/9. The 9/9 is going to go for... you?
Yeah, I think that makes a little more sense. Like, no, not my Dovin.
And the 2/2 is going to go for Dovin.
All right. I'm going to have to chump because that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, because it doesn't have trample.
Yeah.
It doesn't have trample. Okay. So that's going to knock off Dovin. You're going to take no damage, and that is going to die. I have 1 card left in hand. This is a source. This is an instant, so it goes. It's an instant, I forgot.
Yeah, I know.
So it goes into the
You
graveyard.
can end step. You can surprise combat trick that thing, except unfortunately 1 land would tap, but...
And then I'm going to pass the turn to you?
Oh, man. I do have answers. I don't think I put them in, though. No, because that wouldn't have changed anything. Oh. Well, I'm still going to take a heck of a hit. Tap 1. For the Law of Rune Enforcer.
Oh.
Now, this is interesting because its converted mana cost is 0.
Yeah.
So I cannot even tap that.
Thank goodness.
I can
For me,
chump.
thank goodness,
I can chump, but okay, that's my 1 card I drew.
Okay, so it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so untap.
So did he take out his planeswalkers after I played the Elder spell? Not that I have it in hand or anything, or kept in my deck, you know.
Play Forest. I'm going to move to combat.
Move to combat, sir.
I'm going to swing in with both the Martyr and the 9/9. But I'm holding back the Luxodon Sergeant, even though he's at Vigilance.
Okay. Well, I'm going to throw Harry under the bus.
Okay.
Herald of the Dread Horde will block there.
Okay.
I'm going to take 2.
Okay.
So drop down to 21. And that explosive start is not doing much against a 9/9.
Now, when that dies,
I amass 2.
you amass 2.
So just 2, so it just gets the little guy.
Pass the turn to you.
And ironically, I do have a fair bit of damage-based removal in this.
You're still at 21, though, which is insane.
Yeah. I can't see you, not attacking. So, I mean, if I drop something like something that has mana sink, it's weird. In some games, I've just gotten less bluffy. Other games, I overbluff. I even count bluff.
I mean, I'm not sure what you have as far as like big costed stuff. Well, I think we saw before, but as well too, there is something to be said for having the land on the battlefield. But oh, sorry, that's right.
Well, I guess I might as well wait till you untap phase is done.
Yeah,
tap
exactly.
Down, so yes, I passed you.
Okay. I'm gonna draw.
Let me know before combat.
Okay, so pre-combat.
We'll tap this useless planes. and Mind Force to tap down your Luxodon.
Okay. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
I'm going to swing in with the 2/2 and the 9/9.
A mass.
Okay.
No shenanigans?
No shenanigans.
I dropped 19.
I will, after on my second main phase, pay 2, bring out a Snare Spinner. We saw it before. Pass the turn to you.
Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. Oh, I guess that would be on tap.
Kaya will be devastating to me right now.
She sure would. Just for 3, though. I'm going to cast Toll of the Invasion.
Oh.
Target opponent reveals their hand, not his or her for whatever reason. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card, and I do get a mass 1. So chump.
Nice.
Get in there, Chumpy.
Plains.
Come on.
I will bluff, my friend. Ha ha ha.
I kind of figured, but...
I'm pretty sure you would have cast it anyways for the chump blocker, so...
Yeah, and if it was instant, I would have saved it, but...
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll pass to you.
Okay, so my turn?
The funny thing is, I'm chumping a lot and tapping down a fair bit, and I'm still just...
Well, I'll play the
treading water.
Plains, because you've seen it.
You would.
I'm moving to combat.
All right, this island and this enforcer. So he doesn't gain that on attack,
No.
I might as well. Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be the same either way, I think.
Yeah.
3/3. Yeah.
Oh, no, this is a... Yeah, but this is a 1/3.
Yeah.
So, okay. So move to combat.
Move to combat.
And then I'm going to swing in with the small army here.
Jumpy.
Okay, so this time you're taking 3.
Yeah, down to 16.
But man, this is swung in so many times, and it's like...
I know.
Pass it to you.
I like how I can't tap that down because of the way the cheating law with the converted mana cost. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 black, 4 of anything. For our hippo buddy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's a 5/4. He's going to eat some stuff up.
Yeah, it's going to limit my choices.
Okay, and I pass to you.
Okay. Draw. Okay.
But now I'm faced with a tough choice. If I tap him down, I can't chump there. I think trying to actually take some guys out is more valuable, I think, than tapping down 3/3. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with that 9/9 this round, this turn.
So I am going to move to combat.
Okay. Here's math. Each turn that is saving me 3 damage, which might be more if you play like a big thing that has conversion mana cost large, but that's ifs and buts.
Yeah.
Right now, it could save me... See, because you're trying to deal with math over multiple turns. Because this will start eating some of these guys up.
Yeah.
Can't afford to just take it. Yeah, it's probably the dumb choice, but I'm going to chump. Oh, pardon me.
Okay, so...
You may not even attack with him, right?
Can I proceed to combat?
If you must.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing in with the Martyr.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with the 9/9. And that is all I'm swinging in with.
Okay. So I am going to block there.
Okay.
I'm going to block there, but just in case this matters, I'm going to tap and tap and tap him down.
Yep.
Because I
that
can
makes
do
sense.
that. In case you had a Convoke thing, which I don't think Convoke was in this thing, but...
No. Okay, so damage goes through.
Damage goes through.
Dies, lives, this dies. When this dies, I proliferate, so this becomes a 10/10.
Like, that was mattering.
Oh, there we go.
Doesn't change its converted mana cost. 1 iota.
I'm then going to tap 1 white and bring out the Law Rune Enforcer.
Yeah.
Pass the turn to you.
Huh? Tapping 3.
Every turn is a chance for you to... Oh, my goodness.
Spark
Okay.
River. I mean, at least now I can chump and then...
Yeah.
But not really because you can tap either of them down.
Yeah. But I'll probably wait till... I mean, I may wait till your next turn to do that, so...
So that was 3. I pass back to you.
Okay. Tap. Sorry. There we go. Draw. Play Forest.
But if you tap him down, you can't attack with him.
Yeah. So it's 5, 6, 7 power, right, in total?
Yeah. I'm
going to...
Weird combo, but it's a 7/7. Ching.
You know what? I'm going to do this. I should wait until your turn, but I'm so worried about not doing the extra damage. So I'm going to tap this to tap that down. And then I'm going to move to combat. And I'm going to swing in with, this has got Vigilance. I'm going to swing in with this, which is a 1/3, and I'm going to swing in with a 10/10.
All right, so no choice. Plopping that.
Block now.
Spending 3 after blocks to sacrifice it. Gain a life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Draw a card. I could draw instant speed removal here. Did not try and speed move here. So, still looking at taking
4 in total. Now, once again, I probably should have been patient and waited till your turn, and then I could start tapping that down on your turn, but I wanted to be able to force you to get rid of that, because that could start being more of a problem. Pass the turn to you.
Three, 4, 5. That leaves me with those two. Sure.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that. Okay, so it's like a kicker cost kind of thing. I'm going to cast a sorcery called Spark Harvest for 1 black. So as additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, which I'm not going to do.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause here for one quick second. Travis did originally tap for 6 for this spell. Now, without sacrificing a creature, it's going to cost 5 instead. However, we had a quick discussion, and we kind of got that wrong as well, too. So in the end, Travis is only going to pay 4. It's not a big deal. We're just going to move on from here.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mana to cast that sorcery.
Yeah.
I keep 4 mana up then.
Mm-hmm.
It's apparently it's overcast anyway. Destroy target creature or planeswalker.
Okay, so the spider's going?
No. I will target the 10/10
Okay.
land.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
However, you can still tap them at 1 block. The life totals are not insignificant at this point. I'm obviously... you know what? I am going to go to combat because I cannot have you tap them down anyway.
Okay.
So...
Swing in for 5?
Swinging for 5.
Okay, I'm not going to block.
Okay.
Shenanigans?
No shenanigans.
Okay, so I'm going to take 5. That puts me down to 8.
Because really, I mean, he's not much good as a blocker because he gets tapped down. So I passed you.
Okay. Okay, so untap. Draw. I'm going to move to combat.
Move to combat, sir.
I'm going to swing in with the Vigilant Luxodon and the Snare Spinner.
Okay. So I have nothing to block, so I'm going to take 4 damage.
Sounds good to me.
Drop down to 9.
I'm then going to spend 3, including 1 white, and cast Rising Populace. So we saw that before. So pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. It's something. So 2 black and 2 of any others to cheat in Angrath.
Oh, yeah.
He's cheating because he's not really mono black. He's Rakdos. So creatures I control have menace, and he starts as a 5 loyalty planeswalker. I can -2 him to a -2, which is what we'll do right off the bat. Just because I know I'm going to give you target to attack otherwise.
Now, Law Rune Enforcer can't target your token, so...
Yeah. It does not have haste. His loyalty drops to 3. I'm going to go to combat.
Pre-combat. Tapping 1, tap the Law Rune Enforcer to tap your Hippo.
I wasn't going to attack with him. Has to.
Okay, so my turn. Untap everything.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay. Alright, so this might help a lot. I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in. God, I'd hate to delay this game any longer, but I'm going to use the Luxodon Sergeant to swing in on Angrath. And the same thing with the Snare Spinner and Rising Populace.
All right. I guess
all that's going on Angrath.
No blocks then.
No blocks. Okay.
So Angrath dies horribly.
Yes. So then I'm going to play a Plains.
That menace might come in handy.
And I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Jeez, I hate to delay this game any
Oh,
longer.
no!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, I actually do need two islands for this one.
Oh, I think I know
1,
what
2,
it is.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's the one we're just talking about.
Oh, no.
Enter the God Eternals. It deals 4 damage to target creature. I think I gotta choose that. I mean, Vigilance sucks, but this is only gonna get bigger, and I won't be able to deal with it after a certain point.
So Rising Populace.
Or do I want to do that?
It's a viable target. Remember, I spent a lot of removal getting rid of yours, I think, in the previous game, so...
Yeah, we're gonna choose this guy.
In response, pay 1 tap to tap that.
Yep.
This is going to die. When this dies, Rising Populace gains a +1/+1 counter.
I go up 4 life.
That is destroy, not or deal 4 damage, right? So it is destroy, not
damage.
exile. Okay.
Yeah. So I go up to 13. Again, not to delay.
Ugh.
13. Top 4 cards of your library into your
Oh,
graveyard.
that's right too. So okay, so this is the one I sideboarded in. It was Karn, the great creator, and that's because your only blue source for the longest time was that Geode, and this would have shut that down. So that's 1. Vivian, both my 2 planeswalkers, planes, and 4, right?
Yeah.
And Ugin's Conjure, and all of them would have been wonderful except for the land. Oh, Vivian would have been amazing.
Then I amassed 4.
Yes. So now it's a 6/6.
So I'm going to swing to hopefully put pressure on you to block with your Luxodon. Hopefully not have giant growth in it.
Oh, man. If I block my Luxodon, then the Rising Populace will get a +1/+1 counter.
Making him a 4/4.
Yeah. Which could be very useful. You know what? I'm not going to block. I'm going to take the 6.
Okay. I'm hell-bent and I'm tapped out.
Yeah,
so
that's going to put me down to 2.
if you can get up to 13.
Okay, so I'm down to 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Past 2.
On your end step, I'm going to pay 1 to tap Emergent Zone so I can cast spells as though they had flash. I'm going to tap 2 white and 2 whatever and cast the 1 planeswalker that you weren't able to send to the graveyard.
Oh, no.
Nahiri. So as long as it's my turn, creatures have first strike and then equip abilities, blah, blah, blah. But the main thing is the tap. So I can get rid of her to get rid of that if I wanted to, but you also have a 5/4 I have to deal with as well. Okay, so my turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice flash on the Nahiri.
Thank you. So then draw. Okay, so... Okay.
Do 13 damage.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 2 green, 2 white. I only need 1 green. I'm going to cast Bloom Hulk. So when it's the battlefield, I proliferate. I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on that. I'm going to put an additional counter on a hero. So now she's a 7, a loyalty. I'm going to minus her loyalty by 6 to put her down to 1. So I can take care of the zombie army there. I'm then going to move to combat.
Yep.
And I'm going to swing in with the Luxon, which is Vigilance, Rising Populace, which is a 4/4, and this, which is just a 1/3. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 in total.
8, so I drop back down to 5.
And if you can deal 2 damage to me here, it's over. I'll pass the turn to you.
Not likely with such few cards.
Now, the first strike is only on my turn, so...
Well, I'll mana Geode to scry at least. Keep that on top, but I'll pass you. At least you can't tap that down, but still, there's more than 5 power past it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because I basically put you, I think, in a position now where you have to block something. So I'm going to draw. Okay, I'm going to move to combat.
Beyond block something, I think. I'm down to 5.
I'm going to swing in with everything.
So if I even take down the... Yeah, no, that's more than game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there was Kaya.
Oh, no!
Yeah, she would have started to get some things going. But you know what? Even that Enter the God Eternals was a pretty good top deck the way things were going there.
You know, it's so weird. It would have been Kaya next because not only could she exile, but I would have felt pretty confident playing the hexproof creature. And if the board had been a bit different, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. So, oh man. So that was, I mean, it was a vastly, I think it was still a decent game. You were on your back heel. 2. Yeah, you were on your back heel for quite a bit. But man, it was as close as it comes. And when you bend the 2 best planeswalkers I have in this, oh god, like especially Vivian, because that one can start searching for other answers and stuff like that. Yeah, that was yeah. It could have gone differently. It was weird because we had a quick off-camera break mid game, and you even said it's like not to make this game go any longer. But I really hope I draw the
Enter the God Eternals.
Yeah, Enter the God Eternals, and then sure enough, you were able to draw it. So, but yeah, overall, I think. What did you think of the very first post pre-release we've done here on? I
liked it. I haven't had a chance to deck build up beyond just Commander kind of was.
Yeah.
So it was neat. I really did enjoy it, and it's neat always get to see the new cards, everything, new mechanics. Nothing really new in this set, but still proliferate in this environment hadn't been used quite like this before. At least I haven't used it like this before. Of course, I didn't actually use proliferate in this one. But amass is neat. Like I was able to make my 2/2 suddenly a 6/6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So, I mean, even though it didn't quite work out for you, were you happy with the deck you built? Because the deck you built seemed good as far as I'm concerned. So,
Yeah,
once again, neither of us had bombs, but they were nice, functioning, cohesive decks, I found.
Believe it or not, I didn't even get it nearly as much removal as I really wanted. Because I put a lot of removal in just because I had removal and a bit of a mask. The goal was to remove anything and just hopefully have my mask guys stick around to chip away kind of thing.
Yeah.
Eh? And then maybe get a late bomb like Kaya or even that giant who draws a card into 4/5. Like, so that was the goal. I was able to do that, but just not enough to keep up with the ever-growing creatures on your behalf. But I was able to play some really cool spells like the Elder Spell and the Enter the Galatrones and Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Kaya.
I think you built a really nice deck, considering, like I said, considering we didn't have any bombs and it wasn't like a lock-in, obviously I'm going to play this color because of this card. It's absolutely insane. So no, I think it worked pretty well for the decks that we built. I think they were pretty evenly matched. I think it could go on either way with either of those games.
They were both close. Like, you were down to 2 in that.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I could get something that could have aristocrated and dealt 2 damage out of nowhere, but with no cards in the hand, it's a little difficult. And there is actually there's not like a draw 2 card kind of card, but there is like that one that can sacrifice to draw a card. There's a couple other ones like that. Yeah.
I was actually beginning worried in the first game. I was beginning to worry that I was going to get decked.
Yeah.
And that would have been a horrible way to go through your entire deck and realize you run out of answers. Because like I said, I knew there was a huge bunch of land on the bottom of my deck in the first game. And I'm like, if I hit that brick of land, nothing else is coming. And I'm just, might as well just give up. So, but no, I think it went well. Let us know in the comment section if the post pre-release is something you'd like to see again. Because it's something that should be fairly easy for us to do each and every new set that comes out. So yeah, I would once again like to thank my sponsor for this video, me. But yeah, it was a fun experience, especially since we weren't able to get to the pre-release again, which we got to try doing the actual pre-release again sometime as well too. But
win packs.
Yeah, we win packs. It was just it's a fun sort of environment. And we haven't had a chance to do it in a while, though we did really enjoy the times that we got to go before. So, Travis, is there anything you'd like to say before we go? Because it's been kind of a long recording session. This is the second video recorded tonight, but no. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next video.